I got turkey on my mind. Also, hello to everybody who's checking us out online. Thank goodness for technology that you can join us, those near, those far. And of course, it's just me again tonight, I know. But on behalf of VisitLex.com, Mayor Gordon and the City of Lexington, welcome to the historic Lyric Theater on the 1026th taping session of the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour. We'd like to send out a special thanks to the Travel Host Magazine, the Bluegrass Hospitality Association, and the incredible Clarion Hotel and Conference Center North, Highbird Spring Water, Nate's Coffee in Lexington for their great coffee, which we all really need, and the Martin Guitar Company. Now's the time, if you haven't already done so, to please turn off your ringers. So if you didn't turn your phone ringers off, do it now. Also, if you'd like to take pictures during the show, go ahead and do so, just without the flash. So please, no flash photography. And as a reminder, as you know, for us to be able to do the show here at the Lyric, our audience is reduced, and you are also required to wear your mask. You're not wearing your mask unless it's covering your nose and your mouth. Your nose and your mouth. So please be kind to your neighbor and keep those up, please. And also, as you know, this is an audience participation show. We've got mics up here just for you, and you even get your own line at the end of the show. Michael says next week on the, and that's your cue to say WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour, followed by lots of clapping. And I know we all have emotions to let out, so please let out those emotions during the show, and also especially at the end. We're at reduced capacity, so feel free to be 1, 2, or 3, or 4 people, all those emotions all out at once. So let's give this a go, a little practice. Here we go. Next week on the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour. Lots of clapping. Very well done. And as a reminder, you can make reservations for all the shows on our website, including Monday, November 29th, as we devote the entire broadcast to the amazing world of WoodSongs kids coming from all across America. All kids 16 and younger can get free tickets to the show, so now's the time to bring the kids in. Adult tickets are $10 for the public and free for our WoodSongs partners. Also, as a reminder, whatever you brought in, please take it out with you. It makes things oh so much easier for our volunteer crew at the end of the night. So whatever you brought in, please take it out with you. And as long as nothing goes wrong, the show should be ending promptly at 8 o'clock, to be followed by the Encore section. So please stay seated for that Encore. You don't want to miss it. You know, the artists always throw down something wonderful, and Michael oftentimes has some great stories, interesting announcements, so you don't want to miss it. So, are you guys ready for the show to begin? They weren't. Let's give this another try. Are you guys ready for the show to begin? Okay, let's welcome to the stage the host of the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour, musician Michael Jonathan.
Hey everybody, say hello to Jerome Galt, our chief engineer, sitting in the back as he does every single week. Thank you, Dorothy. Thank you, audience. We've got a wonderful broadcast. Playing up here with me tonight is the lovely Ruth McLean from the McLean Family Band. And over here, one of the best flute teachers ever in the state of Kentucky, the Ian Anderson of WoodSongs, Miss Sharon Oler over here. So who is going to be our clock setter tonight? Who's our clock setter? Is it Bob? You got it, Eric? Okay, so most shows will begin and end in 59 minutes. If something breaks during the show and we have to stop, don't worry about it. This is an incredible, amazing crew, one of the best in broadcasting. They're all volunteers, and please give them a big round of applause. Look at how hard this was for them to put this together. Sometimes there's movement on stage during the broadcast. Don't think anybody's being rude to the artists, and afterwards there'll be encores. And so, I can't see because of the glare. Oh, here we go. 5 seconds.
WoodSongs is presented in part by our family of WoodSongs partners and by visitlex.com, an online vacation guide to visit historic Lexington, Kentucky. While in Kentucky, you can visit the cafes, horse parks, music festivals, art and cultural world of Lexington, the home of the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour. And by the Martin Guitar Company of Nazareth, Pennsylvania, building handcrafted guitars for professionals and front porch pickers since 1833. Online at, I'm on the wrong page. Sorry, that's the first time. Usually I would have a partner to tell me. Support for WoodSong Show number 1026 is provided by the City of Lexington and visitlex.com, the Historic Lyric Theater, Travel Host Magazine, our family of WoodSongs partners, and the Martin Guitar Company. WoodSongs is now available for teachers and homeschool families with lesson plans, available on the classroom page of woodsongs.com. Special thanks to the Bluegrass Hospitality Association and the family-friendly Clarion Hotel and Conference Center North, welcoming visitors to Lexington, Kentucky, the horse capital of the world, and home for parks, museums, festivals, and great music. Take your next vacation trip to the musical state of Kentucky. For information, visit our website at woodsongs.com.
Here on the Louisiana Hayride, his name is Hank Williams, the drifting cowboy.
On the Grand Ole Opry, Bill Monroe and his Bluegrass Boys.
Hi, this is Emmylou Harris.
Hi, folks. This is Sam Bush.
Hello, this is Odetta.
This is Joan Baez, and you're listening to the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour.
And now, gather the family around and sit back in your easy chair. It's time again for the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour, our worldwide celebration of grassroots music. Let's welcome folk singer Michael Jonathan.
Standing alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. Blue moon, you know just what I was there for. You heard me saying a prayer for someone I could really care for. It suddenly appears before me, the only one my arms can hold. I heard somebody whisper, please adore me. I looked, the moon had turned to gold. Blue moon, I'm no longer alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own. suddenly appears before me, the only one my arms can hold. I heard somebody whisper, please adore me. I looked, the moon had turned to gold. Blue moon, I'm no longer alone, without a dream in my heart, without a love of my own.
WoodSongs is presented in part by our family of WoodSongs partners and by VisitLex.com, an online vacation guide to visit historic Lexington, Kentucky. While in Kentucky, you can visit the cafes, horse parks, music festivals, art, and cultural world of Lexington, the home of the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour. And by the Martin Guitar Company of Nazareth, Pennsylvania, building handcrafted guitars for professionals and front porch pickers since 1833. Online at martinguitars.com.
And welcome everybody to the beautiful and the historic Lyric Theater in our hometown of Lexington, Kentucky. We're broadcasting all over the world, from Australia to Ireland, New Zealand to New York, Yuma, Arizona to the Yukon and northern Canada. We celebrate this magnificent front porch world of music of all different kinds, folk and blues and bluegrass, old-timey, sometimes even classical, hip-hop and everything. We celebrate the music of America's front porch in its entirety. Artists come from everywhere to be on the WoodSongs stage. You don't have to be famous to be on WoodSongs. You just have to be very, very good. And that's what we have on this particular broadcast. You're going to be really pleased to sit back, put your seatbelt on. First up, all the way from Dallas, Texas, they are probably best described as if Bob Wills dated the Andrews sisters, they'd have given birth to these three sisters here. Please don't talk about me when I'm gone. That's the song that'll introduce them with. Please welcome to the Quebe Sisters on the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour.
About me when I'm gone. Oh, honey, though our friendship ceases from now on. And listen, if you can't say anything real nice, it's better not to talk at all, that's my advice. We're parting, you go your way, I'll go mine, it's best that we do. Here's a kiss, and I hope that this brings lots of luck to you. Makes no difference how we carry on. Oh, honey, please don't talk about me when I'm gone. Talk at all, that's my advice. no difference how we carry on. Oh, honey, please don't talk about me when I'm gone. I said, please don't talk about me when I'm gone.
Hulda, Grace, and Sophia, the Quebe Sisters. Please don't talk about me when I'm gone. I'm glad you're not gone. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for coming back. You were last here. You helped us celebrate WoodSongs 800, the 800th broadcast with Asleep at the Wheel.
Yeah, yes.
And let's talk to Grace. You just sang lead on that song. Beautiful job. You have a beautiful voice. The three of you together, we're going to get to hear that more as the broadcast goes on, but you really have that beautiful Andrews Sisters style sister harmony. So, but you started when you were very young. You were like 4 or 5 years old when you guys started playing.
You know, we were a little older than that, but I think we were all about 10, around that age.
Really? So much for Wikipedia. So, but that's still kind of young. I mean, you were classically trained on the violin, right?
We did start out with classical and played for about a year, and then we moved. We went to a fiddle contest, and, you know, our whole life changed, and we started playing Texas-style fiddling.
Now, you saw people playing without sheet music, without notes. When you start playing the violin, you're sort of beholden to the notes in front of you. But what you see at the bluegrass festivals and fiddle conventions is the total freedom, right? Let's say hi to Sophia over there. That freedom in music.
That's right.
So how did that affect you as little kids?
It was very exciting, you know, to see people up there just, you know, jamming and playing, and it was just a whole style of music unfamiliar to us, and we just kind of jumped in head first, and it's been this is where we are, WoodSongs now.
Well, we're glad to have you. And over here we have Hulda playing the fiddle as well.
Hello.
You guys were very influenced by a champion musician, a champion fiddle player, the Mackenzies, right? So tell me about that relationship and that mentoring that went on.
Yeah, you know, we took lessons from them, and he was our guitar player in our band for a long time. Yeah. And, you know, the cool thing about them is that they really introduced us to a lot of different styles of music. So, you know, every time we would come over to their house, we would always just dig through their record collection or their CD collection. That was back when CDs were popular. And, you know,
don't we miss that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Those jewel cases, man, they got to come back. But, you know, they really introduced us to, you know, Bob Wills, Django Reinhardt, all the, you know, blues music, country tunes, you know, Fair and Young, Ray Price, you name it. Basically just a lot of old school music. So, the Mills Brothers.
So 10, 11, 12 years old, you're young girls, you're in Texas and everything. Mm-hmm. During the age of Bon Jovi.
Yes, absolutely.
Why Bob Wills?
I don't know.
How did that happen?
You know, I just think it was just the music that we heard and we listened to. And it was also because the three of us, we didn't originally start out playing together. We were just doing the competition thing individually. And so, but when, you know, after a while, after you've done all the contests and stuff, then you're kind of like, well, what do we do next? And it made a lot of sense for us to start working up arrangements and things together. And that's where Western Swing enters the picture for us, because Western Swing really is one of the few styles of music that has triple fiddles. And that's what we've got.
Can't leave one of the sisters out, right?
No, not at all.
It's nice that you're all together. And, nice. I mean, you know, the great champions of Western String right now is Asleep at the Wheel and artists like that. You got to tour with them, and yes. they've taken you under their wing. And, you know, and audiences, when they see it in the hands of the younger generation, that adds new life to the art form, doesn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, that's what American music is. It gets passed down from generation to generation, and everybody kind of has their own take on it.
From busking to concert halls all over North America and the world, they've got a self-titled new album out. This is a tune called My Love, My Life, My Friend. It is the Quebe Sisters on the WoodSongs, Old Time Radio Hour.
So sweet, I heard these words walking down a crowded city street. The morning rush was pressing me, my world was caving But now I have you by my side, my love, my life, my friend. Let's drown in every ocean, blow in every wind. We'll love the stars out of the sky. Our last kiss is the day we die. My love, my life, my friend. It's been a day I'd rather not remember, but I can. Everything that I've done wrong is written in the sand. I want the waves to wash away, but I'm standing on dry land. But then you came and rescued me, my love, my life, my friend. Let's drown in every ocean, blow in every wind. We'll love the stars out of the sky. Our last kiss is the day we die. My love, my life, my friend.
Oh my. Ding dang it. I hate to have favorites, but I think the Quebe Sisters are one of my favorites that have ever been on WoodSongs. If you want to know more about the Quebe Sisters, their music, their tour schedule, their albums and stuff that's available, just visit the WoodSongs website. If you click on the archive page, this is show number 1026. You can also visit show 800 when they were here with Asleep as the Wheel, as well as the next artist. And this is the curveball that's coming on this particular broadcast. The hills and hollers of eastern Kentucky, the Appalachian Mountains, is one of the pride jewels of American music. So much art and music comes from that area. It's famous for little community hollers like Kingdom Come and Mousy and Monkey Eyebrow and so many others. Well, in the East Kentucky Mountains in Floyd County comes this guy. He's got a very unique approach to the music. He's got a very special guest from Baltimore, a artist named Wordsmith, who will be rapping on this particular song. Please welcome, doing a tune called Hills on Fire, it's Kory Caudill on the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour.
Running from the hills, we leaving the hard times. Dealing with the struggle, the hustle of coal mines. It wasn't a gold mine, it hurt us in due time. Beauty of Appalachia ruined by health crimes. Why chill those holes we gotta fill? Politicians either help or they signing corrupt bills. Running from the city, there's never no turning back. Dealing with the struggle, the hustle with false facts. Our poverty's at a high, we trying to change that. The system gotta say they ready to help blacks. Beauty of Baltimore is starting to show cracks. Why chill those holes they gotta fill? Law can either help or they shoot, the lies kill. The way that the hill's on fire. Gotta run, gotta be a little wiser. Wanna live, be a survivor. Running for cover, the hill's on fire. Running from the hills, we sick of the same lies. Dealing with the plans of poor would never rise. Need an education, know you hear the lies. Know you hear the talk, just walk the trail wise. East side of KY, okay bye. Thanks for the memories, maybe the hills got eyes. Running from the city, a pity you'll never change. Living in the streets, you'll meet the drug game. The lives of many kids are lost, and that's a pain. While the people at the top are quick to shift blame. Better run like hell, cause the hill's on fire. Feeling the way that the hill's on fire. Gotta run, gotta be a little wiser. Wanna live, be a survivor. Running for cover, the hill's on fire. Running for cover, the hill's on fire. On fire, gotta run, gotta be a little wiser. Wanna live, wanna be a survivor. Feeling the way that the hill's on fire. Gotta run, gotta be a little wiser. Wanna live, wanna be a survivor. The way that the hill's on fire. Gotta run, gotta be a little wiser. Wanna live, wanna be a survivor. Feeling the way that the hill's on fire. Gotta run, gotta be a little wiser. Wanna live, wanna be a survivor. Feeling the way that the hill's on fire. Gotta run, gotta be a little wiser. Wanna live, wanna be a survivor. Run like hell, cause the hill's on fire.
Hill's on fire. Kory Caudill, the special guest wordsmith. So Kory, in the land of fiddles and banjos and mandolins and front porches with grandma and grandpa and guitar, you didn't follow that path.
What makes you say that?
So let's talk about you music. You started when you were very young, right?
Yeah,
you were like 4 or 5 years old
Mm-hmm.
when you started. What was what was your music at 4 or 5 years old? What were you into?
It was very traditional Appalachian musical upbringing. It was for folks who aren't familiar with that scene. It's just part of the community. It's not. It's just something everybody does, and it's everywhere. And we did grow up playing in church. We also had access to more diverse musicians than folks might know. So,
now, your mom and dad were both very musical, right?
They were very musical, and they also had a large impact on the music scene in general back there. So they were active in providing opportunities for folks. A lot of folks are here on the radio right now, so they could have a stage like this to perform on in Eastern Kentucky. So.
And to be clear, the East Kentucky, we're talking about Loretta Lynn, Dwight Yoakam, Ricky Skaggs, Billy Ray Cyrus. There's so many great, Dave Evans. There's so many great artists that come from that region. It's a very musical place. Perhaps because it's so isolated, music and art is born of isolation. You have to be sort of into your own world, and that isolation helped give birth to a lot of music.
It does, and I think it keeps it pure in a certain sense. It keeps it allowed those traditions to get passed down, and even in the music that Wordsmith and I work on, or if I'm working in commercial music, there's still some of my great grandparents' Appalachian traditions that are passed on just in the rhythms that we feel.
Right, and we're going to get to talk to Wordsmith at length in the second half hour. A brilliant performer, and we're just glad that he's here. When you. What supercharged you into the style you're in? It's sort of like Bruce Hornsby on steroids. It's
Thank you. I'm open. If anybody has any idea how to describe or label it, I'm all ears. Because we actually just kind of started making music that felt right to us without worrying about what category to upload it to in iTunes. So Wordsmith and I were... we had met and we were just fans of each other, and we were working on music with really no idea how to make it happen. We just knew that it felt good. I knew that he had stuff that needed to be heard. And we're kind of in new territory, but as long as it's good, I think everything else falls in place.
Well, I want everybody to stay tuned in the second half hour when we do get to discuss with Wordsmith at length his career, his image, his vision for his music and his poetry. But the same with you. It's you're pointing it to a specific emotion and message that you want people to absorb from it. And we're going to capture a little bit that in the next song. It's the title cut of his new album. It's called American Hymn. Please welcome him back, Kory Caudill on the WoodSongs. Old Time Radio Hour. It's the title cut from his new album, American Hymn. It is Kory Caudill. We're going to get to him in the second half hour, along with his special guest, Wordsmith. We've got the princesses of Western Swing. The Quebe Sisters are here. And wait till you meet this week's WoodSongs kid. We will be back right after this.
You're listening to WoodSongs Show number 1026, broadcasting around the world from the foothills of Appalachian, Lexington, Kentucky. If you would like to attend a WoodSongs broadcast, you can find reservation and show schedules on our website, woodsongs.com. We'll be back after the break with the Quebe Sisters, Kory Caudill, and our WoodSongs kid on the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour. WoodSongs is presented in part by VisitLex.com, welcoming families from all over the world to attend a broadcast in historic Lexington, Kentucky. WoodSongs is an all-volunteer-run celebration of grassroots music, providing a multimedia front porch for musicians and artists worldwide. You can visit our archive of past shows, attend a broadcast while in Kentucky, or become a WoodSongs partner from our website, woodsongs.com.
Hi, this is Bruce Hornsby, and you're listening to the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour.
Thank you, Bruce, and welcome back, everybody. We're broadcasting a wonderful show from our home base here at the Lyric Theater in Lexington, Kentucky. We are at the crossroads of America's folk and bluegrass music, and we are celebrating so much of this amazing art form of America's front porch. We're on over 500 radio stations around the world, including WNPA in Canton, Ohio, Lace Radio Kamba in Australia, KYAC-FM in Mill City, Oregon, WRAQ in Angelica, New York, and so many other radio stations broadcasting our show. We're on American Forces Radio Network, that puts this broadcast on the radio on 2 different channels in 177 nations, from South Korea to Kuwait, plus every single military base in the world, every U.S. naval ship in the world, every Coast Guard vessel sailing in North America. And as always, we want to remember to thank the folks tuning in from all over. We're in millions of homes across the United States on public television. We love our public television stations. We're on the RFD television network every single week. And most important to me personally is we're in schools. If you visit the classroom page of the WoodSongs website, you're going to find just so many of these broadcasts with lesson plans attached to them. If you're a teacher, if you're a homeschool parent, they're ready for middle, high, and college level classes to enjoy this amazing world of music that WoodSongs gets to present and introduced to your own kids. And because of that, we invite a youngster from somewhere in North America. They get to come on the show and play one song in the presence of seasoned touring artists. We treat them as an equal, and we're very proud. From Dallas, Texas, let's welcome Dylan James Shaw, 14 years old. How you doing, Dylan?
Hello.
It's nice to have you here, and you have won, for 14 years old, you've won so many blues awards. You're like the Blues Kid of the Year for 2021. And it was a big surprise to your parents when you were like a young little, just barely walking, and you started playing the piano, right?
Yes, this blues life has been an absolute thrill and crazy and everything positive you could think of, I got a scholarship to the Fernando Jones Blues Camp, hosted by the one and only Fernando Jones, and basically what happened was he did a contest, and I entered, and lo and behold, I won the Blues Kid of the Year for 2021.
Well, we're very happy about that. Now, I want you to give me a sample here. We'll play Marie for me real quick. Give me a sample of what you do. There you go. Woo! Blues Kid of the Year. So let's introduce Christine, Dylan James Shaw's mom. And how did he get the nickname Boogie Boy? How'd that happen?
Oh, Boogie Boy! Wow. Well, he's always loved Boogie Woogie, so Boogie Boy just kind of fit.
And he must have been very amazed as a parent to see him as 4 or 5 year old little kid just taking over the keyboards the way he did.
Yes. Grandma started him, blues grandma. So it's generational, and sure enough, every song that she would teach him, he would remember. He would just remember all the tones, the lyrics, every song. He has just great memory for music.
And mom and dad, Boogie Boy's mom and dad, you're both musicians. You're both artists. You're both singers, and you're a fine singer too.
We are. Thank you.
And the mentorship of a parent when you have a youngster, because Dylan has some challenges, right? That you're very open about, right?
Yes, we're both very open, and he actually views it as a gift. He has autism, as high-functioning autism, and since birth he could tell us what chord the birds were singing, the wheels spinning, what key. And so tones and music has always just been a natural for him and a blessing.
Well, he's certainly also turning into a good writer of songs, and he's going to play a song for us right now that he wrote, right? It's called Blues Life Is My Life. It's Boogie Boy Dylan James Shaw, 14 years old, from Dallas, Texas, this week's WoodSongs Kid.
Woo!
Looking back with all the things I've done, playing the blues most of my life got me all kinds of fun. Blues life is my life and I'll do it over again. Playing with legends, I can't believe it's true. Each day I travel to play for you. Blues life is my life and I'll do it over again. Oh. Come on down to the blues life. Once there, you'll never leave. Find out what's inside of you. Your soul will see. Blues life is my life and I'll do it over again. Blues life is my life and I'll do it over again. Blues life is my life and I'll do it over again. Oh. Blues life is my life and I'll do it over again. Woo!
Dylan James, Boogie Boy. This week's WoodSongs Kid, 14 years old, from Dallas, Texas. It shows what good parenting can do. If you've got a youngster that you think belongs on our stage, we'd love to hear from them. You could just send me an email from the WoodSongs website. Just a little video clip is all we need. We listen to everything, but we're so proud of these young kids that come on WoodSongs from all over the country. They started out as young kids, too, and they've become some of the premier proponents of Western swing music. 3 sisters, 3 fiddles. This is a tune called Lullaby by the Leaves. It's the Quebe Sisters on the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour.
summer skies can watch me with a million eyes. Sing me to sleep and lullaby of the leaves, and cover me with heaven's blue, and let me dream a dream or two. Sing me to sleep, lullaby of the leaves. I'm breezing along with the breeze. I'm hearing a song through the trees. Ooh, that pine melody caressing the shore. Familiar to me, I've heard it before. Ooh, and don't I feel it in my soul? And don't I know I've reached my goal? Sing me to sleep and lullaby of the leaves.
Beautiful. Lullaby of the Leaves, the Quebe Sisters. Now, let's see if we could sort this out here. In the effort of total job security, let's see. Hulda
Yes.
married the road manager.
I did.
You're okay. And then Grace married the upright bass player, who's awesome, right? He's
Yes.
a great bass player. Could see why he's so happy back there, right? Right. And then Sophia, you married the amazing guitar player.
The amazing, that is correct. The amazing guitar player is my husband.
That's right. So this is like the Quebes are a family affair.
Unfortunately, we finally admitted to ourselves that we are truly a family band.
That's right.
Oh.
Which isn't that the epitome of the rural front porch style of music and families that the greatest stage in the world is the living room couch.
That is true, yeah.
And you started out as a family of three sisters, and then you continue that in your career now. So it must be fun being on the road.
Oh, it is.
It is fun.
Oh, it's too much fun sometimes.
So you ever
Thank you for laughing.
You ever wake up in the morning and think to yourself, I wonder which of the three is the better violin player? Did that ever happen? Did it ever happen?
We take turns on who makes mistakes per show. Growing up, we used to compete against each other, and it was always, I have to say, it kept us going, because it was like, well, man, she went and practiced 8 hours. Guess I got to go practice 8 hours too. Dang it.
Well, that was my point, because it's good to have, when you have three, he's nodding behind you over there, he knows what I'm talking about. When you have three brilliant artists, it does challenge each other. I mean, that's what made Paul McCartney and John Lennon so effective, is they challenged each other constantly,
They
right?
sure did. Paul was like, I need someone to tell me when what I write is rubbish, and that's what we do for each other.
Constantly.
Well, I'm sure that doesn't happen that often.
Oh, it happens every day.
Does it really?
Every minute of every day.
Well, you guys are awesome, and I'm so glad that you're here. We're going to go back into your music now. This is a great song called Texas in My Soul. Very appropriate. It's the Quebe Sisters on the WoodSongs, Old Time Radio.
Amarillo, San Antonio, any old place I call my
San Angelo, Houston, Austin, or El Paso. I gotta go. I got Texas in my soul. Eddie's there, I know my places. I see only smiling faces, and so, partner, the rest of the world's not worth a pound of good old Texas dirt. I gotta go. I got Texas in my soul. Corpus Christi, Del Rio, west of the Pecos or Waco. I gotta go. I got Texas in my soul. Sweetwater, Beaumont, Wichita Falls, Port Arthur, Brownsville, I hear you call. I gotta go. I got Texas in my soul. Where the tumbleweeds are growing, I know it's there that I'll be going to stay. I've been a Texan since my birth, no place like it on this earth. I gotta go. I got Texas in my soul. Where the tumbleweeds are growing, I know it's there that I'll be going to stay. I've been a Texan since my birth, no place like it on this earth. I gotta go. I got Texas in my soul. I gotta go. I got Texas in my soul. I gotta go. I got Texas in my soul.
Hulda, Grace, and Sophia, the wonderful Quebe Sisters, Daniel Parr on upright bass, Simon Stipp on guitar in the back there, doing a great job. So glad to have the Quebe Sisters here. He is from the Appalachian Mountains in eastern Kentucky, and he's a spectacular musician, a great pianist and keyboard player. He's dipping back into his new album. This is called American Hymn No. 2. Welcome back, Kory Caudill, to the WoodSongs, Old Time Radio Hour. Old American Hymn number 2. Channeling a little bit of George Winston there. So it's Kory Caudill, and he's playing with his dad, Keith, which is very nice. So we're going to change musical directions here, which I think shows how diverse and dynamic music can be. That beautiful instrumental that you just heard. The next one is going to feature Wordsmith from Baltimore, great artist. Let's say hi to Wordsmith. He's here. So how did you hook up with Kory and to merge this instrumental textures that he does, some gentle, some powerful, and you have a very raw street type presence?
Well, definitely fate played a part.
I bet.
I just happened to be opening up for Justin Moore, who Kory was playing keys for at the time. I didn't fit on the bill, but God stepped in and put me on that bill.
Now, a lot of the music that you make, and I was very interested, I think people should look up Wordsmith and your career and your music. You, like Kory does, you have a very pointed direction where you want your lyrics, your music, your songs to go and how it would affect the audience.
Yeah, one thing that connected Kory and I was just we looked at the world the same. We had a lot in common as far as how we wanted the world to change, the type of music we wanted to put out into the world, and also we just know there's so much going on in society today that we got to really have these hard conversations, and we felt the best way to have the hard conversations was deliver them through the music so people can feel more comfortable when you go home and say, hey, we may have jumped over this topic because we just didn't want to discuss it, but we heard it in music form, and we just feel more comfortable having that conversation now.
Well, we're living in a culture right now, as you're pointing out, I think very, very well, that a lot of artists are a little nervous saying what they think because people are so polarized. There's not many, Woody Guthrie's or Bob Dylan's, just speaking out, for what's happening in the culture. It takes a little artistic bravery right now to do that, don't you think?
I say that more to Kory. I said, man, I tell you, he doesn't consider it a risk, but I think anytime you're breaking the norm and you're doing something different, people's ears got to get adjusted, but also there's some risk in that. Will it work? Will people accept it? Will they not? But I think we always go in the studio and we don't say, hey, let's make a bluegrass song. Let's make a hip-hop song. Let's make a pop song. We just go, let's just make some good music. Let's put a message in it, something that people can take home with them.
Back in the 1920s, country music started what was called the talking blues. And the talking blues was absorbed by Woody Guthrie. And he was the first popular artist that would, recite the poetry of his lyrics in speaking form to music to his guitar. Dylan did it. And then, it became, in the urban centers of America, that idea of the art form became rap and hip hop, which is it's as much folk music as what Kory would have grown up with in Appalachia. And so that carries the message that you're trying to portray, right?
I definitely agree. Storytelling is big in hip-hop music. Not so much today, as y'all know, but, music from this area, it's all about that storytelling and being relatable, and being also relatable to the blue-collar workers of this world as well, and not putting yourself on this big pedestal. So we just do music that's at home for everybody. That's the best way I can put it, make you feel like you're at home.
Can I jump in and say that we found out from having conversations that both of our papaws let us try jawbacker when we were about 7 or 8 years old because we were aggravated.
That's true, yeah, it was crazy.
Our,
we just
our
talking.
differences are so surface level here. So we're,
Well, we're gonna get this in this next song, which I think is very dynamic. But let's give some props where props is due. Of course, Wordsmith is going to be rapping to this. Haley Sullivan is playing keyboards. Justin Smith on bass. Donnie Marple on drums. It's a great tune called "I Pray." It's Kory Caudill and Wordsmith on the WoodSongs, Old Time Radio.
I pray for the mountains, and I pray for the rain, and I pray for the people. I pray to ease the pain. I pray
for a purpose, for a passion, for the marching that we starting when it's time to take action.
I pray
For the souls, for the sick, for the lives that we've lost at the cost of this mission. For the kids, for the crisis, for the knowledge we acknowledge that we gotta live righteous. For the mission, for religion, for the black lives lost at the cost of the system.
And I pray for the mountains, and I pray for the rain, and I pray for the people. Lord, I pray to ease the pain. I pray
for the sinners, for the winners, for the love of all genders, till our military members. For the weak, for the strong, for my independent women, to my birth-giving moms. For the mountains, for the rain, for the sun, for the things that'll take away the pain. For the teachers, for the leaders, for the speakers, with a message that'll make us all believers.
And I pray for the mountains, and I pray for the rain, and I pray for the people. Lord, I pray to ease the pain.
Ladies and gentlemen, I encourage you all to come together and unite. Let's spread some peace. Let's spread some joy. Let's show what we're truly all about. So let me see them hands in the sky like this right now. Let's rise. 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 Let's rise.
I love it. A+. Wasn't it great having Wordsmith and Kory Caudill on our broadcast today? This week's WoodSongs kid, 14 years old from Dallas, Texas, Boogie Boy, Dylan James Shaw. And the always wonderful, always amazing Quebe Sisters. So great to be here. Music is incredibly powerful. It is wonderfully dynamic. It does not have to be cliche. Just because you're in the mountains of Appalachia, it doesn't mean it has to be banjos and fiddles, right? And just because you're young kids in an age of rock and pop music and Bon Jovi and stuff, you can take your fiddles with your sisters and go around the world with them. Music is extremely powerful if you're willing to take the risk. If you're willing to take the chance. George Bernard Shaw said, a life spent making mistakes is much more honorable than a life doing nothing. And what's the end result? You can use your music to change not just your community, your families, your friends, but the culture around you. That's what Wordsmith is doing with his lyrics. That's what you can do with your music. Even if your outreach is just your front porch, do it. Gandhi said, we must be the change we wish to see in the world. So take hold of it, make your music as important as you can. My name is Michael Jonathan. I am a folk singer, I am a song farmer, and we'll see you next week on the WoodSongs.
You've been listening to WoodSongs broadcast number 1026. Michael's opening song was Blue Moon from the Painter CD, featuring Ruth McLean on bass and Sharon Oler on flute. Our chief engineer is Jerome Galt. Technical assistants are Brian Klausing, Brandon Eves, Eric Anderson, and Mark Thompson. Our TV and internet broadcast is directed by Maria Claridge. Our WoodSongs crew member of the week is Kurt Jefferson, and our WoodSongs partner of the week is Anita Osborne. Our show is produced with the support of VisitLex.com, Travel Host Magazine, the Bluegrass Hospitality Association, and the Clarion Hotel and Conference Center North, welcoming visitors from all over the world to Lexington, Kentucky. Special support provided by Highbridge Spring Water, Nate's Coffee, the staff of the Lyric Theater, and the Martin Guitar Company. WoodSongs of the WoodSongs Board, registered trademarks of Rachel Aubrey Music. Our shows distributed worldwide by WoodSongs Radio Network and PRX. For Michael Jonathan and the entire WoodSongs crew, this is Dorothy Edwards. We hope you'll join us again next week for the WoodSongs Old Time Radio Hour. The online version of WoodSongs is a free gift to our fans, provided by the Martin Guitar Company, and visit Lex.com, inviting fans and families worldwide to attend our live broadcast tapings at the Lyric Theater in historic Lexington, Kentucky. The Encore section is next. You can support this massive online archive of shows by becoming a WoodSongs partner. It's as simple as a PayPal click on our website, woodsongs.com.
Give Dorothy a big hand for handling this the way she did. You guys were great. Give yourselves a big hand. Wonderful audience. Thank you so much. Give the artists a big hand. They did great. And look at how many are on stage. We have almost as many on stage as there are in the audience. What this WoodSongs crew has done, remember, they are volunteers. They are volunteers. They put this together. They're going to tear it back down when we're done, and we got this show done in 59 minutes, which is perfect. So we're going to get on with the encores. Each artist will do an encore, and we're going to go in, I think, reverse order. We'll start with the Kory, and then we'll end up with the Quebe Sisters there at the end. Okay, a couple of announcements. We'll do that in between the encores. So what do you want to play for everybody?
Well, since Wordsmith flew out here from Baltimore, I didn't want him just to do 2 songs just from that. No, we'll do a song that I wrote in a hotel room in Liverpool a couple years ago. I wrote the instrumental for it, and we had taken a trip with a team from the Episcopal Church, and the trip was rooted in some of the work they're doing in racial reconciliation. And we met with a priest over there, Father Malcolm Rogers. And he told us about the murder of British teen Anthony Walker. It's the most horrific story I've ever heard. It was a hate crime. He was black, and he was in a neighborhood that people didn't want him in. And he was a victim of the most brutal thing I'd ever heard of. And the way that the church and the people in the community responded was to take that tragedy and to make so much good happen on account of it in Anthony's name. And Wordsmith and I were working on a record at the time, and I sent the instrumental to him, and I told him about everything, and he was kind enough to put some words to it, as if he were at Anthony's graveside to tell his story. This is called Anthony's Song.
It's hard to hear that you lost your life. A fateful night full of inner spite where the hate was ripe. July 2005 was your last day to be alive. Only 18 years old with a soul so deprived. Babysitting, doing good deeds. You never would have guessed where the rest of your story might lead. You were leaving to catch the bus. A couple kids started the fuss and they followed you in a rush, and things turned dangerous. One swing of an ice axe and your lifeline went flat. We would find out later these kids were racist. That's the tragic fact. But here's a promise. You didn't die in vain, 'cause Black Lives Matter we gonna ease some of that pain. Did you know we share the same name? I was born Anthony too, salute to you, now let's refrain from being sad when your life's a celebration. 2006, you got a gift called the Anthony Walker Foundation. Now it's your time to shine. You're the help for all the victims dealing with hate crimes. Educating minds and loving one another is fine, and race should never matter. We should flatter all kinds. Now that's a powerful point of view. Oh yeah. Did you know they named a scholarship after you? And I think it's so cool that even in the afterlife, you can graduate too. Man, it's farewell, but it's never goodbye. We got a movement going on, but I promise I'll stop by. It's farewell, but it's never goodbye. I told you, we got a movement going on, but I promise we'll stop by.
So, why the heck didn't you do that in the show? That was very good. That's very powerful and wonderfully, one of the best deliveries I think we've had. So, thank you very much, Wordsmith. Give him a big hand. Good. Okay, so let's move on to our wonderful WoodSongs kid. Right? So we're gonna get Boogie Boy up here. And before he plays, let me mention that there's 2 shows left in 2021. Okay, this coming Monday, the 29th, and then December 6th will be our final broadcast of the year, unless something amazing comes across, which I don't think we're going to see that, because we're getting so close to the holidays. So it looks like December 6th will be the final broadcast of the year. Darren and Brooke Aldridge, she's the IBMA Female Vocalist of the Year, I think 4 times, and they're among the premier artists in the world of bluegrass. That's December 6th. This coming Monday, we're celebrating the world of WoodSongs kids, and you can see from Boogie Boy and so many of the kids that have been on the broadcast, that is an incredibly powerful part of the show each week, and they're coming from all over America. The entire broadcast this coming Monday is just WoodSongs kids. And here's the thing. If you've got neighbors' kids, children, grandkids, nieces and nephews, all kids 16 and under come free next week, whether they're with WoodSongs partners or not. We want the kids to see this amazing display of wonderful musicianship. I mean, Boogie Boy is 14. Can you imagine being able to play the piano the way he does at 14 years old? So what song are you going to play with us? What song are you going to play for us?
Okay, so this next song that I'm going to play for all of you, it's 2 songs combined in one, and both of the songs, one of them, you may be very fond of this. It is called The Rockin' Pneumonia and the Boogie Woogie Flu. And the second one is Mardi Gras, New Orleans. And I'm going to combine those together into one big medley. So without a further ado, here we go. Woo! to New Orleans. I'm gonna see the Mardi Gras. I am going to New Orleans. I'm gonna see the Mardi Gras. When I get to New Orleans, I'm gonna see what the carnival's for. I've got a ticket in my hand. I'm gonna go to New Orleans. I've got a ticket in my hand. I'm gonna go to New Orleans. When I get to New Orleans, I'm gonna see the Zulu King. Thank you, everybody.
Boogie Boy, Dylan James Shaw, 14 from Dallas, Texas. It's nice to have you here. Let's get the mama. Come up here for a second. Come here a minute. Over here. So we have to give props where props are due. The kids don't accomplish anything unless they have parents that are willing to mentor them and give them a chance and give them the space to do that. And this is a mom and a dad that does that for Boogie Boy.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
Okay. So I'm going to let you introduce the Quebe Sisters. They're coming up.
Sisters?
Yes.
Oh,
So you just repeat after me, and I'll help you
yes,
out. Okay.
I will.
Okay. So just say, ladies and gentlemen,
Ladies and gentlemen,
please become WoodSongs partners
please become WoodSongs partners
so I can come back
so I can come back
and wear these awesome boots.
and wear these awesome boots.
Show everybody your boots.
My shiny boots. Got to be sparkly sometimes.
Say, please,
Yes,
please welcome
Please welcome
the amazing,
the
incredible,
incredible threesome.
The almost ready,
Almost ready.
from Dallas, Texas.
From Dallas, Texas.
The Quebe Sisters.
Quebe Sisters. Yay.
Be sure it's true when you say I love you. It's a sin to tell a lie. Millions of hearts have been broken just because these words were spoken. I love you, yes I do, I love you. If you break my heart, I'll die. So be sure that it's true when you say I love you. It's a sin to tell a lie. you. It's a sin to tell a lie.
Thanks, y'all.
I got a spare room behind the barn for my Mac attack when I'm